Hey everybody, it's Aquila, and this is a Lefty Knitter podcast channel on YouTube, episode 89. I know the last episode, if you guys watched through to about 30 minutes, John had talked about his friend, and you know, things are real, and life is real, and we are not going to just ignore things that are happening in our lives. So you're going to go on this venture and ride with us through ups and downs. But thank you to my viewers who commented, who liked the video, and, you know, I had some people that reached straight out to John, and, yeah. So, today is, oh, I didn't say, I live in Baltimore with my husband and 3 cats and my human child who is at school. So, today is Monday, and it is November 2nd, and November 2nd is our anniversary. 7 years married today. Yeah, so the 7-year anniversary traditional present is, wool or copper. I mean, come on, wool. Wish I would have had his sweater done, but I don't. But I am going to show you progress on it. So let me show you that first. This is the Once in Floral sweater by Maxim Cyr. And it's in my aNodtoMama bag. And it's getting... Oh, I'm dropping yarn. Oh well. I am on the sleeve. The sleeve. One of the sleeves. Oh my gosh. So, here you go. There's the sweater. There's the ribbing. And I have picked up on this side, so you can see my lifeline is still in there. I've picked up, and every so many rows you are doing a decrease row. So I'm marking that. I want to make sure I have the same on this side, which I should if I'm following the pattern correctly. Sorry, I'm grabbing this yarn. For those of you who are new to the podcast, I started this a while back, and the yoke got done super fast because it was color work and amazing and so much fun. I am using Jamieson & Smith yarn, and this is the 2-ply jumper weight. John says it's itchy, and now I'm just like, oh, he's gonna hate it. I'm like, you're gonna wear something under it. First sweater, and I'm already screwing up, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So, I'm on the sleeves. That's where I'm at. Y'all know how it is when you're working sleeves. Although, so I normally do my sleeves on 9-inch circulars, but because the armholes were bigger, I had I believe this is a 10-inch. Nope, it might be a 16-inch. I picked up with my 16-inch, and once I get down far enough, I will be switching over to a 9-inch. I do have a 9-inch. So, yeah. And yeah, that's it. So, cats are fighting in the other room. This is just how it works around here. Alright, let me put this here, and I'll put it back in the bag. I want to show you guys, I made our present this year. I didn't go out and spend, we never really go crazy spending money on anniversary presents. I mean, maybe we have, I don't even remember. But we've made quite a few of them in the past. So, this year being copper, I jumped online and I found a few ideas. And I found this idea and I loved it, and I thought it was just kind of corny and sentimental. So it might not show great. Down here it says EST for established, and it's a penny. And it's not going to focus. Sorry. This is the year we got married, 2013. This penny is from 2013. We've been married 7 years. So it starts up here with 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 2020. So 1 penny for every year we've been married. I know, it's so corny. I have a card to fill out. Let's hope he wasn't listening. He's upstairs. Now I think we're good. Now I gotta hide it. All right. Remember those photography props I was making? Photographers props. So I bought this yarn, and I only bought 2 balls of each color. And I cast on with my size 25 millimeter, which I believe was a US 50. This is all one whole ball. And that's my hand. Even double. It's not really big enough. It is pretty wide, but I feel like I would need more. I would need a 3rd ball. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure I love this. The fabric, I can't tell. I mean, it's pretty squishy. It's pretty squishy. Do I buy a 3rd ball? I don't know. Although that's pretty big. Let me measure that. Hold on. It might, now that it got put in timeout for like a week because I was very angry that 1 ball only got me that far. That other blanket though, I thought was not going to get me far enough either, but it did. But I think the way that yarn was constructed, it made a lot of difference. So, okay, this is like 20 inches wide. A baby is not 20 inches wide. And it's approximately 7 inches. So 7, 14, 21. 20 by 21. When a baby's born, they're usually only like 18 to 20 some inches, right? I'm trying to think back how big Hazel was. I don't think she was quite 20 inches. This might work if I buy a 3rd ball, but now I got to get back to the store and buy a 3rd ball. And then I don't want to weave these ends in because I think it would look funny. Or if I do, I'm going to knit all the way to the end. And then I'm going to take just a couple stitches with thread on the back side and tack it down. What do you think? Think that would work? I think it might work. And this is, I think, 20 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 20 stitches across on this yarn. It's pretty crazy, right? But it is really it would be really cozy. I doubt myself all the time if you've not been a frequent watcher of this podcast. We'll see. Hey everybody, it is Thursday. What's today's date? The 5th. I should know that. So, we still don't know the president in the United States. They're counting, I think it's like down to 5 states left. You know, I try not to watch the news. I try not to be on social media because it is a little stressful for people. It just is. So, I think I had been thinking about the first clip I filmed, and I had mentioned, or I had said, after John had went on and talked about his friend, that people had messaged him. I just want to clarify that he does not tell me anything about the messages. They are, you know, that is a private thing. And I just wanted to clarify that. He has just mentioned that he has gotten messages, but he has not told me details because, again, that is definitely it's personal. It's private. If the person said that you could share it with your wife, then that's a whole different story, but that has not been the case, and I just wanted to clarify that because I like to be very upfront about things, and that is a very big and heavy emotional issue, and I understand that, you know, some people might be able to reach out to John and not be able to reach out to me, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Sorry. So I just didn't want people to think that he was sharing people's personal information with me, because he is not. There you go. I just wanted to set that straight. All right. On to knitting. I talked with my photographer friend, and she loved that, this. I have it right here. I don't know why I just don't show you. It's just doubled up. So I went back to the store. I took the pink back because the pink is not as versatile for photography, because you can't really, I mean, you can use it for a boy, but most of the time you want more neutral. So I went back, I traded in the 2 pink balls that I had, got another one of this camel or sand, I don't know what they're calling it. They're calling it beige. Sorry, I was completely wrong. And then I got another one of the mushroom color, which is kind of like a really nice creamy color. So I will have 3 balls for each of those. I hope to maybe finish that one today, and then I can show you like a finished with 3 balls. She's like, you know, they really only need to be like a foot by a foot, you know, 12 by 12, even a little bigger, and I'm perfect. That size is fine. I also have worked a little bit on my Halloween sock, not much, my Poe sock. So the color starts repeating at the pink. So I've done pink, the red, the orange, and I'm doing a little bit of the brown now. You know, I thought I was gonna like be trucking through these, but now I'm been working on John's sweater practically every night, so I'll show you guys how much progress I've made on the sleeve. I only have 6 more decreases to go, and the decreases are 6 rows, so, you know, 36 rows till I'm decreased down to where I need to be, and then I gotta measure and then do the cuff, and I will, I'm getting much closer, guys. I really felt like I was at a, like, just, I didn't pick up the stitches for the sleeves. It had sat for a while, so I feel like I'm really, you know, chugging along and making progress on this. This is the Once in Floral sweater. I got down last night to this last little bit and I stopped. So there's the sleeve. There's all the markers for my decreases. Where I was last time when I showed it to you was here, so I have put quite a bit of rows on this. So there you go. Now that I know I can really like get a lot done in one night, I will definitely probably be picking this up like right after and working on the other sleeve, because it's actually been really enjoyable. And I would like to have it done so he can wear it this winter. I know I cast it on like in March or something crazy, and I'm not procrastinating. I don't know what it was. I guess because summer hit and then things have been happening, and COVID is, you know, what it is. Numbers are rising again. Places are going back on lockdown. So I was really beating myself up about that headband. I told you guys about the headband in the last episode. It's called the Elliot Headband, and it's Tunisian crochet. I was really, really, really beating myself up about not being able to figure out, well, not, I could figure out the cables, that was fine. It was, the knitting was so tight, I couldn't find the stitches on the back of the cable. The 3 stitches that were on the back. It is a free pattern if you use her blog. It's paid for if you get it on Ravelry. So I took the advice of, I don't know the lady's name. I really should get her name because I've been watching her videos a lot. The TL Yarn Crafts. I took her advice and I went on the ball band, and the ball band said to use a J hook for this yarn. This is a Woolies line brand. It's at a J, so that's JKL, right? Or 2 millimeters is actually what she says in her videos. So this calls for a 6 millimeter. Well, I have an 8 millimeter. So I found, I busted out my 8 millimeter and I cast this back on. Do you call it cast on when it's crochet? Or Tunisian? Yes, you do. You're casting it on. You're starting your project. And using the bigger hook, I can see my stitches in the cable. It's probably a little bit bigger than, like wider than it should be. That's okay. it's a headband, right? As long as I'm making this part the right length, I'm good. So let me show you, because I was really beating myself up that I had like ripped it out. But I know you have to rip things out to fix things and make things right. So I did that. I did it. So here's that pretty sparkly yarn. It's probably really hard to see. The light down here is really terrible. And here you go. Can you see the cable? So you start down here. I'm all the way up here. I'm at the beginning of my first pass, so I only have the one loop for Tunisian crochet. And I think the pattern says to do this for 18 inches. I actually think it's a pretty good width. I mean, compared to my hand, it's pretty much, you can't see that, that's, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like the width of my hand, and I think that's a good size. So I think I am going to enter this into the stocking stuffer mail, because I think this is going to go for Hazel's stocking. I won't wear white so much as a headband, but she will probably love the white sparkly, 5-year-old girls. But I only have this much left, so I'm like freaking out a little bit. It's not a whole lot. If I have to, I guess I could use another color. All right, so there's what I've been working on. This video is probably gonna be around the normal average length of my video, around 30 minutes. And because I just don't have anything else to show you that's like new. I'm progressing on things, and that's just where I'm at right now in my crafting journey. I'd love to cast on all the new things, but I am not one of those people. If you've watched in the past, I do not have a lot of whips going on at one time. That gives me anxiety. Because then I feel pressured to finish all the things all at once, and that can't be good either for your mental health. So I have very good restraint, and I only cast on minimal amounts of things. So I'm really glad that I have restraint like that. Yeah. All right. So yeah, since it's Thursday, I don't know what I'll have to show tomorrow, and then we're drawing the winner on Saturday, and it'll be posted for that 500 subscriber that John had bought all that yarn for, and it's all super beautiful. So I hope you've all, entered. I think there's like 40 comments, so that's a lot of comments. That's very exciting. And yeah, we'll be probably doing it old school like Chevis and writing down all the names and then pulling them. Because I don't know how to use, every time I've tried to use a YouTube random comment generator, it makes you have to sign up for like an app, and I don't want to have to do that. My cats are making a lot of noise upstairs, and that just freaked me out. I don't know if you saw the look of like panic in my face. All right, I gotta go. It is Friday, the 6th of November, 2020. That was kind of a weird way to say that. I don't know why. I have all these thoughts just in my head, right? 1, let me pop in a picture right here. The photographer sent me a picture of the setup she used with the first blanket that I made. So that was really exciting that she did that. I asked her permission first if I could do that. So, and of course, if she sent me ones with actual babies in it, I would definitely be asking permission and or like putting emojis on baby faces, even though they're only newborns and you would never know whose kid they are, just for confidentiality reasons. I did finish the second blanket for the photographer, the blanket prop. And this was the yarn I showed you guys. This is that big twist ribbon yarn. I think it's made by maybe Joann's. Yeah, it's a Joann's yarn. Okay, so I bought 2. I went back and got a 3rd. I traded in the pink and got a neutral color. And I finished it. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be, nor did I sew down the ends like I thought I was going to with some sewing thread and a needle. I ended up having long enough ends that I just double knotted them and then wove in what I could. You're not seeing the back side anyway. So here it is. It's not very big, but again, it's a baby. So I mean, and it will stretch a little. It's curling a lot because the nature of stockinette, right? So the edges are all, the top is curling down and the bottom is curling up, but there you go. And here, so I can show you my awful truth about just kind of weaving that in. So that's done. I have to make another one of these. I am not going to lie. I did not enjoy making this at all. So I cast on 20 stitches on a US 50, 25 millimeter. 10 stitches on each needle was plenty, but I squished 20 on because you have to go across the whole row. Did not enjoy this really at all. So, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't know if using a larger size would be better. It just was not enjoyable. I don't know what else to say about it, really. I have one more to make with this type of yarn, and I'm probably not going to buy this again. Then she'll also have 4 blankets in 4 different neutral tones. I don't know how much more she's going to want in a blanket. So I might be moving on to actual cute little baby items like diaper covers and cutesy little bear hats. So yeah. That's more the direction I'll probably be going after these blankets are done. That yarn, the other yarn, oh, nope, can't see it. There's the ribbon, and then there's the other loopy yarn. So I gotta make one more of each. I was working on that headband in the last clip I showed you. Let me find, okay. So this is my starting edge, and this is the ending edge. It's hard to explain. I have now seamed it. It is done. Let me show you about the edges, and then I'll put it on real quick and just show you what it looks like. So this, it's going to be really hard to probably show you. This edge looks, yeah, this lighting's not going to work. But this edge looks really nice and clean. You can see all the V's going down the side. That's my starting edge. That always looked, you know, seems that it's going to look nice when I was doing this. The ending edge is where I was having difficulties. And again, can't really get it to show you well. But you can see it's not perfectly straight and beautiful. So somebody in the last episode, because I was showing that I was doing Tunisian crochet, they told me a tip of only going into 1 loop on that last stitch. So I'm going to try that in my next project to see if I can get a better edge. I don't know if you... I still have my little sample here of the Tunisian crochet I was doing. Oh! And this one, the edge looks pretty good on the back side. So you can see the front side has all the V's. The back ending edge looks pretty decent. Looks a little funky there. So I don't know if it was the nature of just the yarn, whatever. It is what it is. Trying to see on white yarn. White yarn is hard too. I'm not gonna lie. White versus black, and everybody talk about dark yarns are hard to see too. I think the white yarn was hard to see for me. I know that sounds strange, but it's done. All right, let me throw it on real quick. Throw it. I'm placing it on. Oh, I should have took my glasses off. So I did make it a little bit small. I think it called for like 18.5 inches or something. And I did it a little less than that since it's gonna be for my 5-year-old. Crazy hair. But I think it's a nice width. It covers my ears. It would be nice and tight if it were mine. Of course, it would grow a little, it would stretch. Yeah, so keeps my hair out of my face, my crazy hair. There you go, that's done. Now, I just want to point out, I did not start this podcast ever with intentions of people sending me things. That was never, ever, ever, ever my intention. My intention was to just get out new content. I'm a lefty knitter. I can answer some questions. I might be able to help some people. I can show my projects. I can show projects that, or patterns that aren't as knit as much as others. So I want to try to showcase other pattern designers, you know, that aren't as well known. So my intentions were never to get free stuff. Like when I was brought up that if you can't afford it yourself, then you don't like deserve it. Like, does that sound weird? I don't know. Like, if I wanted something, I had to work for it. I guess that's really kind of what I mean. But I'm going to keep the person anonymous. I'm going to call her L. And I just want to show you, she asked me for my address and she sent me a package, knowing we were going through some really just stressful times with the house and then losing our friend. And it's just, you know, just the emotional wave of everything. And I opened this box and I like was dancing around my kitchen, squealing like a baby pig, and John just looked at me like, what is going on? And I was like, this is the sweetest and nicest thing I can't say ever. It was just sweet and nice and thoughtful, and they did not have to do this, and I thank them 100,000%, because yeah, I've talked about how I love Chaigu needles, Koigu. I always, it's Chaigu, right? And I was saying I only had one 9-inch circular in the size 1, and I just want to cry. I'm sorry. She sent me the twist shorties. I've never tried these. So you get a set of 2-inch tips and 3-inch tips, and you get the cords, and I know you've probably seen these on other podcasts. Here's the cords. You get, I think, 3 cords. You get a 5, a 6, and an 8-inch. Oh, it's on that side. I'm reading it. You get the case, of course. You get all the little notion-y bits and tighteners and a little card with the gauges. And then in this little package is all your tips. So you have the 2 inches and the 3 inches. I believe the 3 inches are on top. Yeah, because they need to be in the top piece. And you get sizes 0 to 3, including a 1.5 and a 2.5 in US. The millimeters are 2, 2.25, 2.5, 2.75, 3, and 3.25 in the millimeters. I am so nervous. I don't want to like break them. They seem so fragile. Oh my god. Just thank you. I'm so excited. I'm always like using these sizes for sleeves, of course for socks. Now I could use them for tops of hats when I, you know, oh my god, just this is awesome. But I did want to preface that with that I never ever intended for anybody to ever send me anything for free, like ever. When we do giveaways, I buy the product to give away. Yeah, because that's just, I want to support people, and I can, so I want to be able to do that. So I'm so excited to try these. I am so nervous about, because I think you have to like twist, I don't know. They're like called twist shorties. So does that mean they just twist onto the key with the keys? Because they don't snap. It's not like a snap. I'm reading. I shouldn't be reading while I'm videoing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, it's Friday. Tomorrow we'll be rounding this up and picking a winner. I need to put everybody down on a list. Although I did find a YouTube comment generator picker that I tested on other videos with the link, and it seemed to be fine, so I might be doing that. I don't know. Old school versus new school. What should I do? I'm gonna drink coffee. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, until tomorrow. Hi everyone, it is Sunday. We had a lot going on yesterday and we just didn't get to record our video. So we are gonna pull the winners today. I don't have anything new to really show you in knitting other than I made a little progress on John's sleeve and a little progress on the pumpkin pie sock. So let me just recap what the winner is gonna win for the 500th subscriber. So you are getting Neighborhood Fiber Company. You're getting At Haynes House. You're getting a bag from Uncle Brian's Bags, who is the other half of At Haynes House. You're getting yarn from Colorway Fiber Arts. And you're getting yarn from Ridiculous Yarns. So you are getting 4 skeins of yarn and you're getting the bag. So there you go. Pretty awesome. 4 bags. 4 skeins. All right, well, let me go find John. All right, so most of the comments were about John. They love John, and I'm totally...
My kimono, which a lot of people call it a robe, it's kimono. Thank you very much. It's sophisticated. Brings out, like, ninja culture. 2 things I'm really big into.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Don't make me get my nunchucks.
Okay, so I have my tablet here. I did find a YouTube comment picker that works. I'm gonna paste it in and we are going to find out who the winner is.
Okie dokie.
Okay, YouTube, enter the video URL. So I'm gonna paste it.
You didn't have all this ready? So
well,
she's not pasting a
I'm
comment,
pasting,
she's pasting the URL.
Pasting the URL into the comment picker. And I don't want to include replies. No, not include. And I think that's it. So, get YouTube comments.
Dun, 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 dun.
40 entries.
40.
And then you pick start. And it goes through all the names. It's going through.
Show the people.
It might stop. Okay,
Uh-oh.
It probably stopped.
I think we got a winner. Who is it? Karen Grammy
Grammy.
Nitterbug.
Grammy.
Oh, not Grimy.
Absolutely loved watching your podcasts. You guys, absolutely loved watching you guys so much. Beautiful projects. There we go.
So, Karen Grammy Nitterbug, congratulations. I hope that I didn't let you down with my choices.
Yeah, so
give me your address, man. I will show up in my kimono personally and drop. Wait, I don't know where you live. I'm not.
There you go.
If you're within like 6 houses of me, I would totally do that. Though.
I think she's on the East Coast. I know we follow each other on Instagram, so I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I think she's on the eastern side of the United States. I could be very wrong.
No idea. If I had to, I already kind of had a favorite comment that I was gonna pick, but it was more fair.
That. It's random.
It's random. Yeah,
okay.
It's random.
I mean, do you want to talk about your favorite?
Oh my God, yes. The lady that was like, not one thing makes me laugh. And I was
think
like,
that was a typo.
Respect. It was awesome.
I think it was a typo.
It made me giggle because that would have been me. Like, you ain't funny. Like, stop it. Like, come on, man. You need to work harder. We're not just gonna give you giggles.
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, we're not stand-up comedians.
We're not.
Yeah. Although I made you giggle the other day, and I still have to talk about it because I don't get to make him giggle very often.
I don't remember what it was.
We were talking about pit bulls. The law in Denver. They were taking the rule of not having pit bulls in Denver, and you're like, great. Now there's going to be like kids getting mauled by pit bulls or being killed by pit bulls, and I was like, all right, fine. Pit bulls and marijuana overdoses or something like that, and you giggled.
I guess it must have been funny at the time.
Yeah, probably not funny now.
Not one thing made me laugh.
All right, so send us your address either through Instagram. You can send it to John or myself. We will get this to you. Or you can send it on Ravelry. If you are on Ravelry, you can send me a private message there. All the links are down below for all of our information. And yeah, congratulations. Woo!
Don't forget, I want to see what you make.
Oh, yeah. You got to tag John in what you make.
I mean, I'm not going to, like, enforce it or anything.
You're
going to
stalk.
Send the Gestapo
You're going to
down
stalk
there.
Grammy Knitterbug's Instagram for stuff she's making.
I'm not going to do that.
All right, so guess what the next episode is going to include?
Aliens.
Aliens? Maybe.
Donkeys. A new house.
I wish. No, but it will be my podiversary.
The first time you smoked pot?
Pod.
Oh.
Of this wonderful podcast that we put out to the public.
Yeah. That now I feel awkward sitting in a kimono.
People love you. Every comment was practically about you. People love you.
No.
Should he just have his own segment
No.
in the podcast?
That's too much pressure.
Oh, too much pressure. All right.
Pressure.
All right, let's end this. I know I have 30 minutes of video already, so this makes it 35, and I'm trying to keep it at that
Okay.
level.
Man, I love this. I might have to buy this
Okay.
for myself. And I like this one too.
I know. Well, you can buy all of them over again if you need to.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty.
Our kid is whining.
I don't know what she's doing.
Do something about that. Sayonara.
Our neighbors put up their Christmas stuff already.
I'm so sad that I can't put up my Christmas stuff.
Way too soon.
We can't.
Thanksgiving.
Apparently, you can't put Christmas stuff up if you have your house on the market.
Well, I mean, I think you can do little stuff, but okay.
We don't do little.
Here's a comment. Here's a comment down below. Do you put up your Christmas stuff before or after Thanksgiving? I want to know. Maybe I'll pull a pattern winner for my anniversary, podiversary, based on the comments, whether you put it up before or after.
Pattern?
Yeah.
That's a weak ass gift, man. Come on now.
We can't all be John Bow. John Bow.
All right,
okay.
guys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for playing our little game.
Yes.
And thank you for supporting my wife. And
thank you for supporting me.
thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road.
Oh my god,
again.
I cried a few times watching that Dolly Parton documentary. You would have cried too. All right.
And if you threw a